Africa is for Africans. RJ Mahdi here. We're back in Dakar, Senegal, and we are excited. Today we're going to be having an exclusive interview with a documentary team for the BBC, and we're going to be meeting them at a market today. And it's called the Sumbujum Market here in Dakar, not far from downtown, right on the Corniche West, overlooking the ocean. But we're going to walk around with a friend of ours. Her name is Afua, and Afua is going to talk to us about our experiences here in Senegal, the Made in Africa project, our Investors Club, as well as our Al Kabalan Repatriate City project right here in Senegal. So stay tuned. We'll give you a little bit of the BTS footage of that interview. Of course, it won't be airing on the BBC until a little bit later, but here you'll get a sneak peek. Africa is for Africans. With us in the market for our exclusive with BBC, we've got with us Shay, who you've seen on a few of our former episodes, including our Investors Tour. We took her to Gambia with us. We've also got a longtime friend of mine, Maya Gigi Davis, who actually used to co-host radio with me about 10 years ago in the United States in New York. So both of them are here with us now in Dakar, working with us on the Made in Africa project. So they're going to help me tag team this interview with Afua and the BBC. Stay tuned.
You know, one of the beautiful things about Senegal is well, first of all, it's the country of Teranga, so which means the country of hospitality. I mean, it's very, very amazing that Senegal would hold this kind of a position, seeing as how it's the westernmost tip of the continent. It's where over 20 million of our brothers and sisters and ancestors left from some 300 or 400 years ago, and now it's, you know, the point of return for us. So we see it as kind of a full circle, you know, being that this would be the country that would not only be the closest, but also the most available and open and stable and safe and secure and enjoyable for us. So it's a blessing. For sure.
Hi, my name is Maya Gigi Davis, and I'm here in the beautiful Dakar, Senegal. Now I'm part of the Made in Africa project, which is a beautiful project that is helping repatriates touch ground here in West Africa. I am the executive coordinator and also the director of fashion for this company. We had an interview with the BBC, and we actually spoke about the Made in Africa project, and I found that interview was very inspiring because, one, it showed me that the universe had me exactly where I am meant to be, and I'm grateful for the beautiful people around me who are just as inspiring. I saw that our missions were aligned, and it was a beautiful experience to even speak with the interviewer who too felt inspired by what we had to say in our experiences.
The bracelets, the silver ones, the silver cups. This is
The opportunity to be interviewed by the BBC was the highlight of my Senegalese experience. Afua was so wonderful. She was beautiful. We connected immediately. She understood, right? Being a member of the diaspora herself, she understood what it meant to come to Senegal, and the fact that she had Senegalese experience years before, she was able to see herself in us.
And we're not all African American, and everybody in the world thinks they know. Art scene, very rich movement of art, literature, music and dance. What's different about experiencing art in Senegal as a black person?
I'm grateful for the opportunity for the Queen Within to be able to show up and be in that kind of space along with the Made in Africa project, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Loved everything about it.
willing to become a family. So that was always important to me to get as really good with my work as possible. I still study though. I'm not 100%. We are on the west now with we're gonna go have some lunch. Africa is for Africans.
We are coming here live in Dakar Senegal. We have a pop-up concert, tens of thousands of people just popping up in a neighborhood to enjoy an amazing free event. It's just beautiful Dakar. Let's enjoy the concert.
So Maya Gigi Davis is somebody who I've worked with before, mostly in media and advertising. We worked together in New York. We also did some small work together in Atlanta, Georgia, in the U.S. Now she's going to be here with us in Senegal, helping to run our Made in Africa Project fashion department, our wholesale export program, and then also as we look to 2020 for Africa Day and the groundbreaking for our cable line. Maya is going to be here to help with the strategic development of those programs, and so now this is kind of her jumping into the water knee deep right now, and we look forward to what other great programs and strategies and resources she can bring to the Made in Africa Project and to the Africa is for Africans movement.
We received an invitation from another Pan-African organization based in Dakar who were hosting a press conference in advance of a march that promotes the uniting of Africa and its 50-plus nations. So the team and I show support, attend in capacity of the press to document the historic event and help spread the word.
Ñu ngi ñaan organisation panafricaine yi, ñu ngi ñaan diaspora bi pour que le 23 avril mardi inchallah talaata gi ñu jëm ñëpp ñoo ñu daje place de l'Obélisque dox ñaxtu ñun ñu mën a.
RJ Mahdi, CEO of the Made in Africa Project. We're here in support of anything that unites us as people. So as a member of the diaspora, as a member of the return diaspora who has chosen to return to Africa and help to unite us, events like this and efforts like this continue to push us together and to free us from dependency, to free us from some of the challenges that we've been facing, not just here in Africa, but in the diaspora as well. And that means for us to become completely independent and to become sustainable for ourselves, for our people, for our continent. And that's what we're here to support. Africa Day News, since RJ Mahdi, we're here in Senegal, Dakar, West Africa, where a Pan-African youth group is marching here today to bring Africa to one united country. They're marching for the United States of Africa. These youth have organized themselves from all around the region. They came here today to make their voices heard, but for the unity of the continent. So we were invited today, obviously, to represent the diaspora, but to be here as witnesses that the youth of Africa are asking for independence. They are here demanding to be able to control their own destinies and their own economic futures.
Chaque rendez-vous
We came along with our diaspora sisters and brothers here. If you look at this crowd, you don't just see Senegalese, Gambian, Malian or Guinean, you see the entire Africa. We're sick and tired of the people that are colonizing us. Now is the time to change, and when change comes, it's not just for us to wait for another Nelson Mandela or another Thomas Sankara or another Senghor to help us. It's about the African roots. There's no savior. The European Union is not going to help us. The World Bank is not going to save us. FME is not going to save us. We're going to do it by ourselves and with our brothers and sisters together.
Recently, I participated in the United States of African March, which was in the streets of Senegal, and I'm this little girl from Indiana walking in the streets of Senegal protesting in support of the different countries in Africa uniting.
It's time for us to come together and unite on many different levels as far as education, as far as just creating industry, and working together as one to just create a unity. So it is time for us to come unite and give power back to the people. So, power to the people!
Power to the people!
And that, to me, was probably one of the most magical moments of my life.
So today we're going to have a little Repatriate social. This is actually our third social so far. We had the last one in the Gambia. You guys caught that on our Investors Tour edition. So today we're having one in Dakar at Mawaz, a place called Taste of America, where we invited some friends to just come and network with us and do a little fellowship. So we're going to let you hear from some of those folks today on what's brought them here to Senegal. So stay tuned. This is Africa is for Africans.
From Newark, New Jersey is where I was born. Two things. I took an ancestry DNA to find out that I am 8% Senegalese. And I also had an experience while I was in Europe where another Senegalese saw me in a club and asked me where was I from. Complete stranger, and I said I was born in Newark. He said, no, where are your people from? I said, I don't know. He said, I'm going to tell you, you're Senegalese. He said, if you get to Senegal, your life will never be the same. So I came, January 29th was when I arrived. And I've been here ever since.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love living in Senegal. I feel so like I'm at home living in Senegal. I like the people, the weather, the ocean, just the vibration. It's like such an upbeat vibration. Everything's moving and shaking.
And I do believe that I will grow old and possibly die in Africa. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, ça va, and hey y'all, I am Deborah. We just had fish and grits. Yes, I'm from Savannah, Georgia, where every Friday there was fish and grits and iced tea. So I'm here with these wonderful people from America. I'm so excited because I got to meet some repatriates who are in Dakar. I was here 20 years ago, and from being here then, I made a conscious decision that one day I was coming back to Dakar. And the more I read about Senegal, the more impressed I was, particularly about the fact that it's been very peaceful for the last 59 years. We have our cultural ways, and then the Senegalese has their cultural ways. Some we're not giving up, some they're not giving up, so we got to compromise.
The world is ours. Africa is ours. We can set these up in different countries, and I'm here for it. Africa is for Africans.